Hey, yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are trying to make money on the stock market and want to see some plays, stocks to watch, this is the video for you. Without further ado and wasting too much of your time, let's get started. So, first stock we're going to be having on watch is Apple. Apple has indeed been selling off a decent amount. And if you guys got into the sell off, man, you guys made a lot of money. I posted over there on my X account for some plays to the downside. With that being said, the 256 is a key level to watch because we have been bouncing off of that, and that is a key level that a lot of people have been watching. And honestly, man, this week can really determine where Apple is going to go. If we're going to start breaking back to the upside, and or if we're going to sell off some more and go even lower. So honestly, man, this is a stock that I do recommend watching. And honestly, if we can go to the upside, we can have big moves to the upside. So we did have a decent sell off and it is consolidating right now. And we are seeing a little bit of a breakup forming. With that being said, we did have a bigger sell off on Friday, but then towards the end of the day, started coming back a little bit. I am going to be waiting for a bigger base to form, kind of similar to like this one right here, where we just started buying back and just going to the upside, breaking past all-time highs, but also have your patience. But if it can start breaking up, I will be watching it going back up to the 270 level and maybe even breaking up above that even more. But some levels that I'm personally watching this week is going to be that 256. And if we break lower than that, honestly, you can still play some puts. But next up is maybe a little bit of a sell-off at open, maybe down to like 258 to 257, and then going up and even breaking up higher, and or just breaking up higher and just start going to the upside even more to that 265, 267, and 270 level for Apple. Apple is one that you want to have on your watch, but it has been falling down recently. Not really too much bad news, just been getting sued a little bit, same old with Apple. On my X account, I post all of my plays, I post early news, and I post everything you guys need to know about the stock market. Go check it out now. Next one on the list is indeed Google, and Google has been doing honestly has been making big moves recently. So started to break up from the consolidation we had. Every pullback will get bought back up. Keep that on your radar. And I think we can get up to $350 by the end of this month. So this is one that I'm going to have on my watch. We were consolidating a little bit and we finally made a breakup and just been buying and buying and buying. Everyone in this stock was struggling at 200. Now we're at 330. Google is insane. It is literally the next AI leader. They're doing a lot, autonomous driving, and honestly, they own YouTube. They just own so much. It's like a diverse ETF if you guys get into it. And I do recommend having Google, and especially if you have any dips, they're going to get bought up. Honestly, one dip that I will be watching is that 323 level to that 322.5. That is a big level that we bounce off of on Thursday. And then honestly, a level that we were kind of bouncing off of on Wednesday as well. But that is going to be a big level. And if we do start selling off even bigger, we might get down to 315 to 314. I highly doubt that. I think we're just going to keep on going up with this one until we hit 340. Might maybe have a little bit of consolidation at 340, maybe sell off a little bit and then get up to 350. So Google is one to have on watch. A lot of people's watching this one. A lot of eyes are on this one. And honestly, this is just a big AI leader right now. Next one that made a breakup is indeed Amazon. I'm going to be looking for a minor pullback and then buy and get a little call option and then watch it touch those all-time highs once again, potentially, but this is one that I'm going to have on watch. Next one, of course, is going to be Tesla. So we did have a decent bounce off the weekly 21, but not trusting the bounce right now. Can potentially get a bounce, maybe see it back up at that 460 to like 470 level, potentially, but this one is moving and is moving pretty fast and you can make a lot of money off this one if you guys are in. But I am personally going to be a little bit more patient. I might wait and see if it tests that 430 again, get a little bounce off the 430 again. And then another key level that I'm going to be watching is that $400 level. I'm going to be seeing how it's reacting. I'm not going to buy right away. If you guys want to know when I buy in any of these stocks, I normally do options, but sometimes I'll do my long term too. I post those plays over on my X just so you guys are trusting me and trusting my levels. But like I said, this one is going to be a little bit more patient. And honestly, the 400 level is going to be one that I'm really going to be watching. They recently lost their dominance in the EV market. Compared to BYD, a lot more people are buying BYDs. And honestly, man, I checked one out myself and BYDs are honestly insane. And honestly, the robotaxi is doing pretty good. They're always going to have the dominance in that, but we do have Google, Waymo taking over as well. So honestly, man, they're not really too big. The only big thing that I'm really pumped for is seeing how the robotics is going to, play out for Tesla. because robotics, this can potentially be their leading market in the future. So please have Tesla on your radar, especially if you can buy it at these low levels. Because honestly, man, maybe in the future we'll see Tesla 900 to 1,000, maybe even becoming like the next Nvidia last year, how Nvidia moved. So honestly, this is one to watch. Speaking of Nvidia, we're going to be talking about Nvidia a little bit too. We have been selling off a little bit, but consolidating and then sold off. So honestly, I'm going to be watching it to the downside a little bit more. I will be watching that 180 level, and then even lower than that, I do want to scoop some shares and some long-term call options at that 170 level. So I don't think it's going to get down to 170, but if we do, that's going to be my big key level right there. But for this week, I will be watching that 180 to that 182 level. 182 might be a potential one, but honestly, I'm really banking on that 180 first and seeing how it is. But it did pull down to the weekly 21, but also looking at the 175 to 177 as well level for this one. So honestly, just wait. We might break up from the consolidation and go back up to all-time highs. Might consolidate a little bit in this range and then maybe break down lower and or go up higher, maybe consolidate back up here. So please have your patience with this one, but this one is a decent one. Next one is one that made a breakout, and honestly, Donald Trump pumped this one recently, but big move last week, and it's a big trending candle. So can watch this one going higher this week, and honestly, maybe even dip after that, but I'm watching it going higher this week. RKT Rocket Company. So have this one on your radar as well. If you guys want to become profitable this year, my Trading 101 course will help you do that. First link in the description below. Go check it out. Relatively cheap. Get it while it's cheap before I up the price. So some other stocks to watch. First one is going to be MU. Why? So while Nvidia dominated the early AI headlines, 2026 is shaping up to be a year of memory. Honestly, if you guys are trying to buy a PC or looking at the memory prices, you guys know that it is going up a decent amount. So companies are stepping up and trying to make that cheaper and become, honestly, just get into the memory market. But a lot of people are taking memory for AI, and honestly, they require a massive amount of it. So Micron is one of the few global players capable of producing it at a scale. So MU is going to be big in the memory market, especially with the prices going up. I'm having my radar on MU. Next one is going to be NVO. So the GLP-1 weight loss market remains one of the most lucrative themes in 2026, especially at the New Year's. What do people want to do with their New Year resolution? Maybe hit the gym more and maybe even cut some weight. So this is going to be a good stock to watch. But who has the supply and who has the best delivery? NVO. So please have this one on your radar. Next one on the list is going to be CEG, and why. So as you guys know, data centers running AI models consume a lot of electricity, and tech giants are aggressively seeking carbon-free base load energy. So CEG, with its massive nuclear fleet, is uniquely positioned to sell clean power directly to hyperscalers like Microsoft or Amazon at a premium. So this one is going to be good in the electricity market. So next one is going to be Lulu, LULU. So why? After a difficult 2024 to 2025, where the stock faced pressure due to slowing growth and competition, Lululemon is now considered by many analysts to be significantly undervalued relative to its historic performance. So people are trying to load up on their long term. They're going to be loading up on this one. And I do recommend getting in before anybody else gets in. And last but not least, Citigroup, ticker symbol C. So why? Citigroup has been going through a massive, painful restructuring to simplify its business and cut costs. Entering 2026, investors are watching to see if these self-help measures finally translate into higher tangible book value for this stock and company. So I do recommend looking into Citigroup and getting into it before everybody else does. With that being said, though, these are top stocks to watch this month, this year, and even this week. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.